Hello, and welcome to another video where we will learn how to access and play the voice application. First, you're going to want to locate the icon for which you downloaded in previous videos. On my screen, you can see it at the bottom with the red V with a circle around it that says Part 1. This is the voice application Part 1. There is a voice application Part 2 for which we've downloaded too. Make sure you know which one you are using for the correct application. For the video, I am going to show you Part 1, but the same steps apply for Part 2. So click on that once you find it. Once it loads, you're going to see a login and an access code screen. You will need to enter the same thing for the same child every single time so that you can track the data. These logins and applications and access codes can be found or be given to you by a voice team member. Make sure again that you enter the same login and the same access code each time. Then click enter. Once you are in, you will see 5 domains. I'm going to just click on one of them, but they all have the same process. So I'll click on domain 1 right now. Then you will see it even further broken down into different skills and categories. I'm going to click the first one again, recognizes emotions. This will lead you to the scenarios. So each scenario is labeled by what they're going to participate in. So I'm going to do participant can state different emotions. Once in, you will see the screen and we'll go through it. So clicking on 1. It may take a little bit of time to load depending on which device you have. Once in, you're going to notice the screen with the flashing white arrow with a dot below it. That is your start button. Above to the left, you will notice a blue bar with circles. That is your progress bar for your students. That blue ball will move across as the scenario completes. On the bottom, you'll see a microphone button in orange and a thinking button in purple. The microphone button can be used when a scenario calls for a student to record a response. However, the recording does not actually record the student. It's just for them to practice the talking skill. The purple button is if your student needs help. In the top right, you will notice 3 lines similar to a menu bar you would see on a cell phone or any other device. If you click on it, you will be able to go back to different areas, get a tutorial, or even log out. And you can click it again to make it disappear. So now I'm going to click the start button, which is the white flashing in front of us. This will lead to conversation. I'm going to let it play.
Ugh, I hate these potatoes.
People display emotions in different ways. One of these ways is through their facial expressions. If you look at Ashley's face, you will see that her eyebrows are down and her nose is scrunched. This says that Ashley is not happy with her food choice. To be able to respond appropriately, you need to know what emotion the other person is displaying. Look at your other friends and select what they may be feeling.
In this scenario, you are looking to see the facial expression and responding. All scenarios will have different questions and different ways they are asked, but you will get to respond with these bubbles the same way. So you can see here we have disgusted, worried, satisfied, and afraid. One of these is the correct answer. If your student needs it read aloud, you can click the blue button.
Disgusted. Disgusted.
I'm going to purposely click the wrong one so you can see how it will respond. Once I click the wrong one, it will be retrained and the options will come up again for you to click the correct answer.
Brian's face looks relaxed. He looks happy with his food choice. Try again.
Now I'm going to click satisfied as the correct answer and it will move on.
Great choice.
You can see in the upper left, the ball has moved to the next progress bar.
Oh, I thought this was regular milk.
So we have another chance to respond. We can see that she is surprised by the milk. So we're going to click surprised. But first we'll have it read to make sure that's
Surprised.
the right one.
Great choice.
Again, the progress bar will move.
Let's say that you've just started eating mashed potatoes and you find that instead of being hot like you expected, that they're cold. How would you feel?
So now we can see a longer version. This is what a lot of them will look like. So again, you can have it red.
I'd have a hard time swallowing the cold food because the temperature wasn't what I expected. I feel disgusted.
Then we can click any of
I'm
them. And you
tired,
can do
so
this
I'm just
over
not
and
going to
over.
eat.
So we'll click on the first one.
Your food isn't meant to be cold. You might want to get back in line and tell the cafeteria worker what happened.
So now this happens in some of the scenarios. It'll say choose a position. And in this, you'll just click on the arrow again, similar to the start area, but not flashing. This will move your avatar to another part of the area. Before we move on, if you notice in the sides now, you have opaque arrows. If you click on them, it will move in a 360-degree fashion all the way around. This is available on almost all scenarios. So now I'm going to click the move button. So now we're supposed to be talking to the cafeteria worker. And this is the last, as you can see in the progress bar. So we can again have the options read aloud.
Very quietly and whiny, say, this food was cold.
But we're going to click the bottom for the correct answer.
Yes, of course. Sorry about that.
Great choice.
This will end the scenario, and on each one you will have this button. If you click on the button, it will end the scenario and bring you back to the scenario selection. And you can continue on with the same way for each of the scenarios your students are expected to complete.